Welcome to the RadioU podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, online bullying just actually worked.
Also, is Gen Z ready to move into a retirement home?
All that and more on the way next. Yesterday, some surprising news. It seemed like this happened really fast. That the Cleveland Cavaliers were making a trade for James Harden from the Clippers. This happened really fast because in the last few days, there was reports that James Harden had asked for a trade. He denied that.
Okay.
Other players on the Clippers were, like Kawhi Leonard, shocked by the reports of that.
Yeah.
But James Harden said he didn't ask for a trade, but he did say, quote, it wasn't working out. And now he's with the Cavs, and the Cavs gave up Darius Garland to get him.
I mean, obviously I'm a Cavs fan, so I've got thoughts on this, but I would agree with James Harden. The Clippers experiment was not working out. It kind of fell apart. We all saw it fall apart. I feel like it was a couple months ago with the Chris Paul situation. And
that's right. That was this season.
Yeah, and so it seemed like the locker room just overall the vibe was off.
Yeah,
and
for a while, but then they went on like a 15-3 run.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
I don't know. But James Harden is kind of a weirdo. He's kind of.
Yeah.
And it was a team of weirdos because the same has been said about Kawhi Leonard his entire career as well. And so I feel like once one of those guys have committed to the idea that it's not working, even if it does seem to start working, they're already kind of out the door, like 1 foot out the door. And that might have been what James Harden was thinking when the Chris Paul thing developed. Like, I'm out of here. And so even if it starts to turn around on the court, he's still ready to go.
Yeah. And being realistic, he is, for his part, 36 years old.
Yeah.
And even if the Clippers turned it around to go on that nice, run,
They're not
winning the West.
No.
But now you've got the guy you just called a weirdo on your team, and you gave Darius Garland to get him. So are they winning the East?
I don't know. Okay, speaking of turning things around, that's what the Cavs need to do if they want to win the East. I know the regular season is not as important, but you do need to turn things around if you want some better seeding. As of right now, I think they're maybe, the 7th seed, if even that. And so I feel like that is just something they knew they needed to do something big because it wasn't working. And you couldn't just run this back because it just has not played out well in the playoffs. Is James Harden the answer to that? I'm unconvinced as of right now. I'm going to see what it looks like on the court, see how it plays out. I will say as he's 36 years old, you said, his timeline to me is a lot more shorter than the rest of the Cavs team, who are all similar in age as far as like the stars, who are like, Mitchell, Mobley, Allen. They've got a little bit more of a timeline to work with that's a little longer. James Harden, it feels like you got to win now or it's never happening.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of panic mode. Like they're just trying to, because they know, right, that the core group of four has not worked out in the playoffs well enough.
Yeah.
Even in a weakened Eastern Conference.
And Garland kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
So I feel like there was
going to
be a move
something else
there.
out.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is it, buddy. If your playoff hopes are resting on James Harden, then you don't have playoff hopes.
Exactly. He has not worked out well in the playoffs, and so I'm unconvinced that this is the plan that's going to win him his first championship and bring a championship back to Cleveland for the first time in 10 years now.
I feel like now you can't talk about Cleveland without talking about you-know-who as well.
LeBron James?
Yeah. Some are saying this could be, I don't know, some kind of attempt to lure or give LeBron something to look forward to when he comes to town.
Geriatric team. No, thank you. No, thank you.
This is evidence. Online bullying works.
Oh, yeah?
8772 RadioU. I don't know if you've been following the saga with the Olympics kicking off tomorrow of Spanish figure skater Thomas Lorenc Guarino Sabate.
I don't even know who this person is.
Well, you're going to know after the Olympics, but you're going to know after today. He is a Spanish figure skater gearing up for the Olympics.
Okay.
But there's been a little battle going on with his routine. And I can't remember if we talked about this kind of thing on the show, if it was a conversation we had off the air, of at the Olympics, or when they're doing figure skating routines, there's a music that they skate to, right?
Yeah.
And there's obviously like to play that kind of music on TV, you have to have the clearance and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I feel like a lot of figure skaters sometimes have to change their routines or like choose their music with that in mind.
Yeah. A lot of them have multiple choices so that they can pick one that actually will be allowed to be played.
Well, here's the deal. Thomas Laurent Guarino Sabate's Olympic routine that he was planning on doing is to a song from the Minions movie.
Oh.
Yeah. It's, where did it? I have it pulled up somewhere.
I haven't even seen any of the Minions movies. So this is an original song from the Minions?
I believe it's part of the Minions score.
Okay.
And he, not only that, but he's also intends on wearing a Minions-inspired outfit as well. You got to see pictures. He's dressed up like a Minion. He's a true dad at Halloween.
Oh, he's Kevin.
The song is Universal Fanfare, by the way.
Okay.
But the problem is Universal Studios did not want to let him use this song. Did not want to give him the copyright clearance to be able to use this during the Olympics. But once that announcement was made here in the last, like, literally 24 hours or so, they've, I guess, been subject to so much people complaining and just being like, let us have fun.
Yeah.
Let the figure skater do his routine that they have caved. Universal Studios has caved, and now Thomas Laurent Guarino Sabate will be doing his Olympic skating routine to Universal Fanfare from the Minions.
Wow, this is insane. But yeah, in this article I'm seeing, there's so many tweets about this short program that he did where it was to the Minions song, and people are like, Universal, you really gonna rob us of this experience at the Olympics? Like, come on. And so yeah, they just straight up bullied them into being accepting this use of music.
Yeah, I feel like why would they not? It's a total lose-win situation.
Right.
If you don't allow him to do this, and it's very obvious and everybody knows, you just look mean and lame and nobody likes you. But you do this, and what could he possibly do to harm the Minions brand?
Right, exactly.
He's also figure skating.
Isn't Universal and NBC like connected?
Yeah, I thought that too. Isn't that weird?
It's a little odd.
They definitely are. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking in blocking it in the first place. Maybe they just wanted him to pay them to be able to, maybe they just wanted some actual direct money from the process.
Maybe they're like, this short program is too good. We can't let it stand. This is about American pride.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
Universal is an American company.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, no. We're not going to let Spain win this medal. Yeah. We want America to win, which I think America will win, by the way.
Yeah. Do we even have a good figure skater?
Yes. I talked about him during my...
What's his name?
Ilya Malinin.
Oh, I thought it was like Johnny something.
No!
Johnny
Ilya Malinin.
Rocket or something like that.
He's the only person to ever land a quad axle in competition.
Yeah, this was right up my alley.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, now he's got some competition.
He does.
He can do a quad axle, whatever that is, but he's not got a Minions outfit.
Exactly. I think this is all about Universal wanting to make sure the United States would win this medal, and unfortunately, the online bullies have potentially blocked that plan.
Yeah, but oddly though, I was thinking a different version of 3D chess where Universal was blocking this to make it a story, because if this guy was just going to be the Minion figure skater, we probably may not have known until after he had already skated. It was too late to like watch it live on Peacock and NBC.
Right.
But now everybody's like, when can I watch the Minion figure skater? So I don't know. You think about how good this guy must be to make the Olympics with a Minions routine.
Yeah, I do.
Ali, you watch quite a bit of horror movies.
I do.
In a horror movie, what is the best way to survive? Obviously, it's not real life. But, like, what do the characters do that actually wind up not dying in horror movies?
Oh, what do they do?
Or what do the characters do that wind up definitely getting killed?
Oh, I mean, obviously they go down into the basement. They split up. They decide to, instead of getting, I don't know, it'll be something where it's like, we could go drive away to, find help or whatever. But it's like, no, I gotta go look for something I left back there. I left my flashlight or my phone or something random, and they gotta go back to get it. And so it's just dumb boneheaded moves that get him killed.
I think a lot of times they don't take it seriously till it's too late.
Till it's death time.
And then I think a lot of the people that wind up dying always wind up like they're the ones that kind of panic.
Yeah.
They're the ones that freak out, that aren't cool under pressure, that don't have patience to like figure out what the actual best plan is.
Exactly. They're not Neve Campbell. Neve Campbell from Scream, she's the most, she's level-headed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to be. And when we're watching it, I don't watch a lot of horror movies, but when you're sitting and watching and, the old thing of like yelling at the screen because you're like, why would you do that?
Yep.
And we can see that in horror movies where they're panicking and they're making bad decisions, or they're going back for something they forgot, or splitting up for some reason. And you're like, why? And you're sitting there going, why are you doing this?
Right.
But then in our own lives, sometimes we are the panickers. A lot of times, because like obviously once the situation actually does get serious in horror movies, you're driven by fear.
Yeah.
And the people are letting their fear control like what they do. So they're running away, and like instead of what I think having the ability to like stand and make a plan and fight back.
Right.
That's what we need to do. We let our fear chase us around like it's some kind of horror movie character and make our decisions for us, but that's not what's best for us. What's best is to actually know that you can stand and fight back, like stand up to fear, make better decisions, and not let the fear control you. And the way you're able to do that is with a relationship with God, because when you have him, he is there. Like he's overcome the world, he says.
Right.
He is there to stand up with you again and stand up for you against whatever the fear is that's driving your decision in the moment.
I find this to be extremely relevant to me because I've gone through some pretty hard stuff recently, and I've kind of felt that feeling of like, well, I could just give up. I could just decide not to pursue this thing because it's just too hard. There's too many roadblocks. There's too many things getting in the way, and I could just decide to kind of let that fear overtake my mind of thinking I'm not good enough, or I'm never going to get this done, or whatever.
It's not as dramatic, but like a lot of times my fear is just like, why don't you just stay in bed?
Exactly.
Like, what's the point of getting up? Aren't you afraid of all the things you'll have to do? Why don't we just stay here? It's safe and warm.
Exactly. And so it puts us in this corner of like paralysis almost. Like we're unwilling to make a decision because we're so afraid of what the choices are or what we'll face if we try and make a move. And so I find that to be relevant for what I'm going through. And it's just a reminder you have to constantly make to yourself like, no, I'm not going to give in to this fear. I'm not going to give in to these circumstances. I'm going to overcome this because I believe there's something bigger and better on the other side of this. And you just have to walk through it. And it sucks to walk through sometimes, but you just got to do it.
Yeah, 100%. Just like in the horror movie. Sometimes I feel like the things they have to go through to survive, it's like I wouldn't want to go through that, but I guess I wouldn't want to die either.
Right.
So what you get to choose, and that's what God is going to help you and pull you through those moments where the fear is there and attacking and making things extra difficult. It doesn't have to be as challenging when you have a relationship with Jesus. Ask him to help you with that and find out what happens. You're going to just start talking to God wherever you are right now. Say, hey, Jesus, I need that. I need some of that strength, some of that courage that only comes from you. You can find out more at RadioU.com/free gift. Would you ever go to this? A Gen Z retirement home? 8772 Radio U. It's opened up in Malaysia. They're literally calling it a Gen Z or a youth retirement home. It is a facility where you are supposed to, for an entire month, give up basically all of your any work, any kind of goals and whatever, and your job is to have no schedule, no productivity, and just sleep, eat, relax, plant vegetables, or daydream at your own pace.
Wow.
How does that sound?
It sounds okay. To me, when I retire, I hope to retire young. I hope that I don't have to keep working the rest of my life, although I feel like I might have to. But I hope to be able to travel and go experience things.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll have the energy and the money to do that.
Right.
But yeah, it's not that this is bad. It sounds fine to me, and I think for a season it could be really nice, especially if you have worked really, really hard. You might just want some time to yourself and at home and planting vegetables or whatever. But to me, retirement has been like, well, I have a free schedule. I'd like to use that to go do the things I've wanted to do in life.
I like to think that too, that when I'm retired, at least for some time, I'll still be, I know this is a fantasy because I don't know how I will afford it, but to actually just be able to go do stuff that you never had time to do when you had to work 5 days a week.
Right.
But I'll tell you why this place sounds particularly appealing, though.
Okay.
The Gen Z retirement home in Malaysia, because rent or like to be able to stay, $430 a month.
Wow.
What?
Can I just like not retire and just live there?
Yeah, right. Can I, what do they do if you try to work while you're there?
Exactly.
Because that is like a third of rent.
I know. That's nothing.
If not less.
Yeah, that's nothing. And so, that sounds pretty appealing to me.
Yeah, I feel like now, how are people affording that if you do have to go like and not?
Yeah, if you're not working.
But for a vacation though, if the food and stuff,
is it food included?
There's no way this could be all inclusive, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
But even then, 430, that's like 2 or 3 nights at a hotel on vacation.
I know.
You could take a month vacation and live very well.
Yes, you could. But I am thinking to myself, what's the cost for Malaysians? Like, how much do they make? Salary.
Adjusted for what they...
Right. Like, for us Americans, $430 doesn't seem that much, but I wonder if it's a lot of money over there.
Yeah. It has to be.
Yeah,
but
I would think.
Still, I like the idea. I wish I could devote a month of my life to just... what they call lying flat.
Oh, lying flat.
Yeah, it's a Chinese social movement called lying flat.
Okay.
I think I can get behind that. Gonna wind up opening up the RadioU hotline here.
877-2-RADIO-U.
You could also use the talkback button in the RadioU app. Here's my question. What's a job you actually think robots should take over?
Ooh.
And look, I think we should get this out of the way. Obviously, if it's a job that robots could start doing, there's the real people that have that job now, and we don't want to hurt those, where it's sad that they would lose their job. But let's just think of a scenario where, I don't know, they get paid, they get a lot of money, and they get to learn how to do something else for their job, and everything's fine. Let's just talk about you personally. What's a job you wish a robot could do in your life?
Oh, like something that you do at your job.
No. I mean, I'll just give my example first.
Okay, go ahead.
And this is nothing against this profession, but I wish robot barbers existed.
Robot barbers?
Yes.
Oh, you've said this before. You don't like talking to the barber.
I think it's a lot of pressure.
Okay.
I think it's a lot of pressure, but it's also definitely awkward to sit there and not say anything. And so I've had some great conversations with barbers. That's not the point.
Yeah.
But it's just between them, like the power they have over you with your hair, and then you also have to like talk to them. It just feels like a lot.
You want that robot to have that same power?
Because a robot is automatic. So like a robot would be much less likely to mess up. Like everybody's gotten a bad haircut at some point in their life. And the robot's just going to do the same thing, whatever you tell it to do.
Robots need to have uniformity. Hair is not uniform.
I think they could figure it out.
Maybe for guys, you'd have a little bit more of uniformity with certain haircuts. But I think for women, we would absolutely not want this. I think I could speak for all women that we wouldn't want.
That'd be a hairstylist, not a barber, right? So
yeah,
it's
it'd be
okay.
a hairstylist.
Yeah.
And it is kind of like, I'm not usually super talky like with my hairstylist. I don't really have like, a lot of women have relationships with their hairstylist.
Yeah.
Like they go back to the same one.
Of course, yeah.
And
a lot of guys have the relationship with barbers.
Yeah, and so.
And that's too much pressure for me.
Yeah, you're like, I don't like this.
Because then what if I decide I don't, there's TV episode. What if I decide I don't want to keep going to this barber? He's too far away.
Yeah.
He's too expensive. He gave me a bad haircut, and then I have to break that off
we
or something.
We got to do a love him or leave him, guys, for Hudson with his barber.
What if he sees me and my hair's cut and he knows he didn't do it?
You're overthinking it. It's not that big of an issue.
It is that big of an issue.
It's not. But I think it would be hard for me to imagine allowing a robot to do my hair.
All right. 8772-RADIO-U, or use the talkback button in the RadioU app. What are other professions that you wish robots actually could take over? Some places now are using like robot burger flippers.
Okay.
Like White Castle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going really well for them because they're all over the place and serving a lot of customers. What is another job you think robots should take over?
Okay.
In your lifetime? It'd be fun to see. 877-2-RADIO-U, or use the talkback button in the RadioU app. We'll see what people are saying. RadioU, where music is going. The RadioU hotline is open.
877-2-RADIO-U.
You can also use the talkback button in the RadioU app to send a voice message. What is a job that you wish robots were able to do now, that you hope maybe in your lifetime robots will take over? It's not, obviously, for me, mine was barber.
Yeah.
I want the barbers to be taken care of. I know that would be taking their livelihood. So just in this fantasy world, the people who are actually affected by the job going away because robots can do it still are taken care of.
Yeah.
But what is that job that needs to be switched over to robots? Regina was the first one to get in. She said, cleaning my house.
I think we can all relate to that.
Yeah.
Not a very enjoyable task usually.
Now, in the spirit of the question, at first, I thought, would you hire a person to clean your house? And for most of us, probably the answer is no, because we can't afford it.
Yeah.
And while a robot house cleaner may still be a little too expensive, why would it be better than a real life house cleaner? Because then it couldn't judge you on how dirty your house is.
It can't judge you. You're not worried about it stealing something, because I think that is a fear, letting a stranger into your home. And then also, I would say similar,
never needs vacation.
Yeah, and similar to a Roomba is a one-time fee. Like it is a more expensive item than just buying a regular vacuum, but it's one time that you're paying for that robot to then vacuum your house, which it can do until it, theoretically breaks.
Yeah.
And be similar for a robot house cleaner, where it most likely would be something you buy to own. And
you just buy Rosie from the Jetsons.
Yeah.
And then you just have her.
And then you own it. But I feel like, with a contract with a person that's like a real person coming in to clean your house, that's something you have to pay, every time they come. With a robot, it could be just a one-time fee.
It's a one and done.
Yeah.
You don't have to tip them at the holidays either.
Nope.
Sounds kind of nice. Jordan said dog poop scooper.
I'd love that for cat litter for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, they do make robot, like self-cleaning cat
They
litter
do. And
pans.
I have looked into those because they're actually not terribly expensive. I just don't know how effective the ones that are cheaper are.
I mean, they've been around for a while. They must work.
I would
pretty
think
well.
so. I think my sister-in-law and brother have one at their house, so I need to see how much it costs them. I think they got it as a gift, but I need to see what it was. We also heard from Tiffany. I relate to this. She says grocery bagger, since they seem to be getting rid of them at stores.
Yeah, that's true. It's always like one person trying to man so much.
Yes. Yeah. I think this would be very helpful if you had somebody bagging your groceries.
And I will say, maybe this is just me like growing up, because this sounds like an old person complaint, but particularly when I'm getting my pickup order from Kroger.
Yeah.
The way that they bag the stuff for that is absolutely bonkers.
Oh, really?
They'll put like 8 Coke bottles, which maybe I shouldn't be ordering 8 Coke bottles, but hey, that's my choice.
In one bag.
And they'll put it in one bag. The bags are different, but still, the handles break all the time.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
And yeah, they'll just mix stuff that has no business being mixed. And I've never worked at a grocery store, but I know like you try to keep the stuff together. There's some organization involved. And I feel like they don't really.
It's all a bunch of kids back there. They don't know what they're doing.
No, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
But that sounds like a particularly good job for a robot to do.
Yeah. Well, because like the last time I went through a regular line and not go through the self-checkout line, there was a bunch of teenagers running the checkout and bagging. And the bag job they did was very interesting. So it might just be good for robots to take over this entirely.
Yeah. Well, there's some jobs that when they're done by like that are typically minimum wage or like low-paying jobs, and then the people that you're paying when you're paying them so little too, and they're teenagers, they're also going to high school or college or whatever. Like, how much can you even expect them to care?
I don't think it's that. I think it's like they're so used to not having to do that job at their job that they like actually don't know how to do it now. Because, bagging and like running a regular cash register, like that's rarely happening at these stores.
Yeah, more often they're just manning the self-checkouts.
Exactly.
To just make sure to ID people pretty much.
Exactly.
Or when the thing goes wrong. 877-2-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the RadioU app. More jobs you think robots should have coming up. We still got the RadioU hotline open.
877-2-RADIO-U.
You can also use the talkback button in the RadioU app. We need a little fun button for that.
Yeah, for the talkback button.
Yeah, I got to work on that.
Little sound effect.
But the question is, what's a job you wish that robots actually could do now that robots could take over? And of course, this is a fantasy world where the people that actually do those jobs currently in real life would still be able to be taken care of. I don't know how. It's a fantasy.
Yeah.
But what's something that you're like, man, I wish robots could do this job? For me, mine was a barber.
Yeah.
And that was instantly the first thing that came to mind, the prompt of this whole question. Dave got in at 8772 RadioU, not talking about robots, but talking about barbers. Dave says, I went to the same barber for years after not liking it. I had already been going for years and was too hard to pull away. My wife told me I could just leave, but I couldn't do it. So I ended up buzzing my own head for 3 years as my easy way out.
Wow.
When I start buzzing my head, that's
how we know.
That's how you know I've given up on the barbers. Yeah.
Yeah, you are a broken man.
I definitely understand you, Dave.
We heard from Ryan. He said concession stands are too slow with humans. Maybe I wouldn't have to miss an entire quarter of the game to get my kids some popcorn if they were run by robots.
Well, the good news is at some places now you go and you don't have to take the order, at least from a human, or you don't have to give your order. The bad news is the little screen asks you to tip even though you didn't talk to a single person.
That's so ridiculous. I'm not tipping a robot.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Does the touch screen even count as a robot? I think it does.
Yeah, I mean,
in this case.
It's a computer. Anything that's a program I could think would be counted, right?
Yeah, I think so. We also heard from Jonathan using the talkback button in the RadioU app. He says,
robots are for lonely people so they can be more lonely. I make my own vacuum cleaners. I make my own dog poop scoopers. And I make my own dishwashers.
I mean, yeah.
I feel a little bit attacked.
I guess it makes sense. Yeah. Like, you don't want to have to talk with people. And I think that's pretty much what you were saying is like you just don't want the pressure of having to keep up a conversation in the barber chair.
That's where the crux of that one. And then, the pressure that comes with if you ever need to change barbers for whatever reason. Obviously, you wouldn't feel bad about leaving a robot barber if it didn't work.
Yeah.
A real life barber that's a person, you would feel
you'd feel
bad.
a little bit bad. Although not
maybe I am a little lonely.
Maybe
Jonathan's causing me to reflect a lot.
Well, if you're a loner, it doesn't necessarily mean you're lonely. It just means you actually like being alone and not having to have the conversation, not being social. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're lonely because lonely makes it seem as if something's wrong and it needs to be fixed. But loners, it's like that's actually what they enjoy.
Yeah.
They like being alone.
Maybe we're just introverted. And having so many things where we have to talk to people stresses us out.
Stresses them out, yeah. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Also, Jonathan, you're lucky that you have the ability to be so inventive and invent this stuff for yourself. Unfortunately, a lot of people just have to pay for their own type of robots. We also heard from William. He said massage therapist as his option. It may just be me, but I'd be more likely to go if it wasn't some stranger massaging my half-naked body.
That's actually a good, that fits the exact spirit of what I was getting at with this.
Yeah, I haven't not gone to a massage therapist partly because I'm like, I don't really want to expose that much of myself to somebody.
Yeah, where it's just uncomfortable, I feel like, for it to be a person on the other end.
Yeah.
Where if it's nobody else doing it and not seeing your body and touching your body, that's a stranger, like it feels a little, it might not feel so weird.
It's a little awkward. Like I remember when I had an issue with my neck a couple years ago and I did something random to it. I guess I'm getting too old over here. And I had to go to the chiropractor. And at first it was a little awkward because this chiropractor was like my age and a guy. And it's like, he's moving you around, touching. It's like a little weird.
Yeah.
You know? And so I was like, maybe I'm thinking too much about this, but it is awkward when it's another human.
For that matter, how about just like all doctors?
That's fair.
Like,
but chiropractors are very hands-on.
It's like, this hasn't happened to me yet, but you go to a doctor and they're like, your cholesterol is high. Why are you eating this crazy stuff?
They're judging you?
Yeah, and it's just, if a robot told me that, I don't know, maybe some of the shame that comes with knowing like the doctor is going to be like, you shouldn't be eating this way.
Yeah.
Helps you actually eat better.
I was going to say, I think that's a little more, we've accepted that shame.
Yeah.
But a chiropractor touching you all over is a little weird. Did you see this new feature in Spotify? The AI DJ?
I don't know that I noticed that.
Okay.
I've opened up my Spotify recently, and there is things that I noticed that are different, but I hadn't taken the time to observe what they were yet.
Yeah, this is like, it was kind of buried in the new features. Like, there's several new features that Spotify just rolled out. including some that we'd already talked about here on RadioU, like the AI playlists and stuff, where you can basically task AI with creating a playlist with whatever prompt or parameters you want to put on that, which is pretty cool. I haven't tried that yet, but I do want to try that. But I had to drive somewhere on Saturday, and I saw this feature. I was like, you know what? For a little road trip, I'm going to test this out and see what it does. And it's the AI DJ beta feature. This is beta, so it's not the finished product. Most likely, they're probably going to ask for people's opinions and surveys and see how much people are actually using it.
And it sounds like they're about to get it.
Yeah, they're going to get some tweaks, or at least I think they need to make some tweaks. So I obviously am coming into this in the mindset of I am a radio DJ.
Yeah,
this is what I do for a living, and so this thing's coming after my job is kind of my thought. And so maybe I'm already a little bit, skeptical, maybe even cynical against this AI DJ. But this AI DJ comes on, introduces himself as DJ X, Xavier is his name or whatever. It's an okay voice. Like, it doesn't sound like obviously AI, but it obviously doesn't sound like a real human either.
Okay.
And it's all based off of your own listening habits. There are a couple times where it'll be like, we're going to play, like I was literally listening to it on this road trip.
Yeah.
And the DJ will come on and be like, now we're going to play some songs to like get you moving today. And he's like, this is going to make you want to do a lap around your house or whatever. And I was just like, that's kind of random. And it was all hype songs according to this AI DJ.
Yeah.
And none of these were any that I had listened to before.
Okay.
And then another time it came on and it was like, we're going to play the top listened to Spotify songs from this month. And I literally audibly went, no! And I started skipping through because it allows you to skip through songs. So I like that it is something that's tailored to you based off of your own musical interest, that songs that you listen to. But the fact that it throws in all of that randomness of just like, we're going to make you listen to Bruno Mars now. Like, no, I don't want to listen to Bruno Mars. Can you please move on? Like, so it just, to me, was a little bit of a sign like AI has a long way to go as far as replacing us.
Oh, it definitely does. In song choices, it sounds like it needs some work, but also, what is it with, what do they program these AI DJs? Where are they getting the material that they're feeding them
to say?
Because no radio DJ, even a bad one, is like, and now we're going to play something to make you move.
Yeah, right.
Like, if I came on the radio and said that, you'd be like, I'm changing the station.
Exactly. It was so ridiculous to me, the little statements that he would say. And he would often come on and be like, like one time he was like, that's bad sons doing what bad sons do. Like, I was like, what? So it's like radio, but like if you like the most generic and also bland radio you've ever heard. So it was pretty bad.
It's like, why have a DJ if we're not going to add something to it?
Yeah. It just feels really pointless.
Yeah.
Like, I'd much rather listen to my own playlist if I'm going to listen to Spotify.
It is, it's definitely a routine critique, because like we have stuff like, and there's services that are pushed to us of like, here, use this AI thing to help script out your show and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, that could be a time saver. No, because it doesn't sound like any show anybody would ever do.
We tried an AI break. It was ridiculous.
It was really bad.
I mean, we got Eat, Pray, Loaf, so we were laughing.
Bad in a fun way.
Yeah, bad. It was so bad it was funny.
Not bad in a do it all the time
No,
way.
absolutely not.
You know what was kind of nice about Kpop Demon Hunters this summer?
What?
Obviously, pretty good movie.
Great music.
Great music.
Yep.
And something I didn't think about until just now, just this very moment, 877 to RadioU, is how it came out and it was this huge phenomenon and it wasn't being monetized completely up everybody's actual butt.
Yeah, well, because they had no idea it was going to be so successful. Yeah. They weren't prepared for it.
So it's kind of nice we could all just enjoy it without it being advertised at us constantly at the same time.
It felt like a grassroots film.
Yeah.
You know, like a film that the fans took over and made it popular, and it wasn't forced propaganda that made it popular.
Yeah.
You know, like advertising that made it blow up. It was truly a grassroots movement.
Yep. But now Netflix and I guess Sony maybe as well, making up for lost time by trying to monetize the heck out of it while it's still relevant until I guess the next Kpop Demon Hunters comes out.
Yeah.
It has just been announced coming soon to a store near you. Kpop Demon Hunters Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh.
But this is not just going to be the Kpop Demon Hunters pictures on the box. It is actually 2 new flavors of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They're both mystery flavors.
Oh, we don't know what they're going to taste like?
We don't know. Well, I can kind of give you some kind of breakdown. So there's going to be 2 different mystery flavored Kpop Demon Hunters Cinnamon Toast Crunches. One for Huntrix. They describe that one as bright, bold, and built for the spotlight with a golden flavor surprise.
Okay, I don't know. That doesn't summarize a taste to me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that's supposed to taste like.
It's a mystery.
Yeah.
But what would be golden? What would be something golden? Honey?
Honey? Yeah. I think honey would be the first thing I would think of with gold.
The other is a Saja Boys Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is also a mystery flavor. They describe that flavor as dramatic, slick, and unapologetically bold.
Unapologetically bold.
I love when my cereal tastes slick.
Slick? Yeah, like what does that
Give me
mean?
some slick and dramatic cereal, please.
I don't know what that would be.
I have no idea
for
either.
the description there.
And we just talked about this, and I feel like my brain has just been poisoned, but I also feel like those both sound like things that were totally written by AI and not a person.
Oh, 100%. I guess for Saja Boys, you know, with the soda pop thing, maybe it's just going to be really sugary.
What if they just literally make it like cola flavored?
Yeah.
Obviously, it wouldn't be Coca-Cola because that would be another brand collab. But just, what if it's like cola or lemon lime or ginger ale? That doesn't really sound.
No, not ginger ale. Yeah. But a cola flavor I could see potentially working.
How do you get these Kpop Demon Hunters Cinnamon Toast Crunch mystery cereals that you don't even know the flavor, so they may or may not taste good at all?
Right.
They are going on sale on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch website today, starting at noon Eastern, for $19.99 while supplies last.
A box?
Yeah. I don't know if you get one or both, actually.
Oh, my goodness. So they're expecting people to, like, collect these.
It's a limited edition. Yeah, I guess it's a collector's item. So
I mean, the boxes themselves, I'm seeing the designs of them. They look pretty cool. But nothing that I'd be like, I want to keep this forever.
Yeah.
You know?
But something that you would want to throw up on eBay, maybe?
If you're going to get a lot of money for it, sure. Try it out.
They're limited edition. So
Yeah.
If you wind up getting your hands on the limited edition Kpop Demon Hunters Mystery Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereals, let us know. And maybe let us know if you can decipher the mystery. I'm not spending $20 on anything that is a mystery.
No.
For me to eat.
I guess it kind of does make sense with the mystery guy, right?
Sure.
One of the Saja Boys is named Mystery.
Oh, okay.
So,
I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, he's the one you can't see his face.
Then they made a whole 2 boxes of cereal based on it.
Based off of that.
Your choice for today's Would You Rather Wednesday, all about the Winter Olympics since they start tomorrow in Italy. Your question is, would you rather go to work or school wearing a bobsled suit, which is basically spandex? It's almost like a scuba suit, but thinner.
Yeah.
Or wearing a bobsled helmet all day, which is not that dissimilar from a motorcycle helmet. What would you choose? We need to know at 8772 Radio U.
We heard from Jenny, and this is an amazing text. She goes, I work from home, so I'm deaf wearing the spandex, and I'm sledding down my stairs in a cardboard box.
Of course. That's a cheat code, though, working from home.
Yeah, that's
I guess
true.
It kind of breaks the question.
Right.
If nobody else has to see you.
Yeah.
But if nobody else has to see you, then she's right, though. It's so obvious. You would definitely choose the suit, because why would you want to wear a helmet all day long?
Right. I think I would go, even though I'm not working from home, I think I'd still go the spandex, because I think it's important to be confident in how you look.
Yep.
And be proud of your body. But also,
That'll show them.
That'll show 'em. But also, I think it'd be a hilarious social media video where maybe me and Nene could pretend bobsled down the stairs. We have stairs here at Radio U.
Yeah. Just like a cat would.
Yes.
Get a laundry basket.
Get a laundry basket or a box.
Yeah.
That might be a little safer. But I think we could take full advantage of this on social media.
Yeah, I feel like
I think it would be also too hard to talk on the radio with a big helmet on.
Good point. I feel like I can imagine scenarios or certain jobs where the helmet would probably be better than wearing the bobsled outfit. But for me, all I can think of is how even if you wore it for like 20 minutes, how hot and sweaty your head would get.
That's true.
With a helmet on. And for us, how we wear headphones too.
Right, we wouldn't be able to wear headphones. It'd probably be hard to hear us and hear anything else, because I think in the headphones, like in the I've not really worn many motorcycle helmets, but I think it's kind of hard to hear.
Yeah, I feel like they have an intercom built in, so they can talk to a coach and like tell them
how to take corners else wearing a helmet.
Yeah. But I definitely feel, like I said, there's certain professions or situations where I can understand if you didn't want to, bear so much in the bobsled suit.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm pretty proud. I'm comfortable with my body anyways, and I would be very uncomfortable wearing a helmet the entire day.
Yeah.
8772 Radio U, or use the talkback button if you want to add anything.
Thanks for listening to the Radio U podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.